Hey everybody, it is spring and I've gotten several messages today about, what am I growing, what seeds to use, what company to get them from, how to keep the seeds organized. And so I thought I would give you guys sort of a little tutorial. I've made these videos before, but I figured I'd make another one and try to get as specific as possible for you. So the first thing to do is get a nice photo album. These are really hard to find, believe it or not. So I get mine off Amazon. If you click the down arrow under the description, I'll give you a link straight to this. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and they're like $10. They're cheap. Okay, so then I take all of my seeds and I organize them, lettuces, herbs, all like that, and I label them. And the reason why I label them is that when I run out, then I know what I'm out of. So when I go to plants, and I've got to plant 600 seedlings this weekend. When I plant, then I know exactly what I need and exactly where to find. And I also have labels, so like I'll label my little rows like this. Now most of you guys won't plant 600, but when I had like 3 tower gardens, I would plant 100 easily. A whole flat is 98, and this system works well for that too. Okay, so one of my favorite companies is Johnny Seeds. Shipping is expensive on Johnny Seeds. And so I try to buy a large quantity of seeds from Johnny Seeds. Like wait until I'm close to or out of several things, and then I'll buy them. So this is Bibb. You can grow any of the Bibb or the butterheads. Romaine, again, any of the Romaine varieties work great. I also like Green Towers Romaine, and that one is available from Park Seeds. That's one of my favorite. Different wildfire, or different, I call this one wildfire, but it really should be labeled spring mix. There's several varieties of spring mix. I like the Salanova Red Sweet Crisp. It's a beautiful red lettuce. I don't have one out here to show you guys. The red butter is really good. I need the salad bowl lettuces. Here's some assorted, just different ones I'm growing. And I like Iceberg, believe it or not. It's a nice, crispy, healthy lettuce, because if you're growing in the tower, it's going to be super healthy. Okay, now my herbs. So cilantro is empty because I buy cilantro in really big quantities, and so I can't fit that in here. But I keep this here so that I know I need cilantro. Sorrel is a wonderful herb that it's in the kind of green herb, and I think I can show you right here actually. This is a sorrel plant right here, and it tastes like lemon, and it's just fabulous in salads and wraps. Very, very good for you. Look it up. It's good for your blood. Oregano, and here's burpee. So what happened here is I ran out, and I needed some, so I ran to Lowe's and I bought some. But what I do is I buy only if they're kept in the inside of the store. I don't buy anything that's kept out in the garden section. And like our health food store, our local health food store keeps their seeds outside, and so I won't buy them, even though they're great, wonderful seeds, but I won't buy them because they keep them outside, and the seeds get ruined by doing that. Basil, so I probably ran out of basil, so I bought some, but now I have several packets, and I'll use a lot of them in the summer. Italian parsley, curly parsley, thyme, dill, chives, purple basil, and hope this is giving you guys some ideas of what you can grow. Rosemary, summer savory, it tastes like thyme, but it's better. Sage, celery, I like the Tango Celery, and that's a really nice celery for eating and cooking. This is just assorted. Like I like different mustards. A lot of them taste like spinach, and they do really well in the summer here in Florida. So I grow spinach up until like June, and then I'll switch over to mustards when it's warm. Swiss chard, and I do like the bright lights, which is under here. So I probably ran out, and I could only find ruby red at the store, so I got that. But my favorite is the bright lights because it's got multiple colors on it. There's the ruby red Swiss chard. It is pretty, isn't it? Right there, it's pretty. Curly kale. So I'm trying a new one called Nash's Green. My favorite is the Starbor, S-T-A-R-B-O-R, but it's very hard to find the seeds for some reason. And then I really love the Toscano Kale right there, so Toscano. Green cabbage, I do like the tender sweet. It's a smaller head. comes pretty quickly. It's an early variety. Red Russian Kale, not my favorite, but other people seem to really like it. Napa Cabbage. Okay, now here's botanical interest. So I can get that, well, at the health food store at Whole Foods, but Whole Foods, again, they keep them outside. So I buy them on Amazon. And the cool thing is that the packages are only like $2. And if you buy 3 packages, then you get free shipping. So I can get 3 packages for like $6 or $7, but they just don't have a huge variety. So, but you know, they're usually very, very good seeds. Sometimes they have bad reviews on Amazon. I don't know why, because I've never had a hard time with them. Pak Choi, different kinds. I like what's called the Toy Choi. I like the Color Crunch Pak Choi. This one is from Gurney. I can only find it at Gurney. That's why there's some Gurney seed packages, just because I want to get that Color Crunch. This is a white Pak Choi, a bigger white Pak Choi, and then this one is Baby Dwarf Toy Choi. I like this one because it comes in 30 days, and you get this beautiful. I'll like plant 4 seeds, and we'll get these beautiful little black choys coming out of one hole. I like broccoli Raab. Now, this is actually from Walmart. Sometimes they have these home farmer organic packets for like 99 cents. But I like the mini broccoli, the Happy Rich broccoli. That's my favorite. And it's small heads of broccoli, and you eat the little heads. You eat the leaves, make wraps out of the leaves, and when they go to flower, eat the flowers, and they're really good. Brussels sprouts, spinach. So I've got my spinach in a big package. You need a lot of spinach seeds to get them to sprout. So there's my spinach right there. See, spinach. Nasturtium. It's a really pretty flower. It tastes like pepper, so it's good in soups and salads. Calendula. This is a fun one to grow. It's pretty. It keeps away bugs because it's an edible marigold. Keeps away bugs. It's also edible, and you can also make a wonderful healing salve out of it. Viola is really nice in salads. It's an edible flower again. I like the Diva cucumber because there's no seeds, so it requires no pollination. And since our bees are very sporadic, they're great for us. Zucchini, yellow squash, red peppers, just about really any variety of red pepper, any variety of peppers. I like the long peppers. I save the seeds. These are Marconis. I save the seeds. You have to save the seeds from the mature peppers, the red ones. Jalapenos. Eggplant. My favorite eggplant is this purple one, or the fairy tale eggplant. But this is nice too. That's the bigger eggplant. Different melons. Watermelon. I like the smaller watermelons. Seminole pumpkin. And last of all is tomatoes. So I really like beefsteak. Botanical Interest has a very nice yellow and red beefsteak that I ran out of. I just have these right now. These red cherry tomatoes that come from Tower Garden are fantastic. And I save the seeds. These are called Carries because my friend Carrie Lynn saved the seeds for me. Aroma is really nice. Better Boy. It's kind of an easy producer. Black Krim is a beautiful heirloom, delicious tomato. And yellow pear tomatoes is another wonderful cherry tomato for Florida. So that's it. So I hope that gives you guys, some sort of help in figuring out what to grow. This green bean right here, that's one green bean plant, and you can see it's nice and big. It's a bush variety, and that one would be the early contender. And I wrote I down because when I plant it, I take the eyes and I put the eyes down in here. So I put 2 in here with the eyes down. And that way the roots go down and the plant goes straight up, and they don't get stuck in the rock wool and have the roots come straight up. So I hope this helps you guys. I don't know if it will or not. Leave me a comment below if it does, and happy gardening.